Well, we got our Genesis point update for the ban list. Make sure you guys smash the link, crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more on us. No matter what happens here, I don't think people are going to be too happy with this, but interesting. So here are the changes that we've made to reflect for the current format. So, Cool Tune Clip going from 5 to 6, not a big deal. Q going from 5 to 6, sure. Cool Tune Synchro going from 0 to 10, ugh. And Exosister Betrayal going from 0 to 7, but Pax is going down to 5. So you gained 21, you gained 11 points for the Exosister deck so far, I guess. Zalborg the Mega Monarch went from 80 to 100, yikes. Spellcard Soul Exchange went from 0 to 3, which makes sense. Steel Syringed Sacrifice, 0 to 3. Radiant Typhoon Vision 0 to 10, about time, man. This card, I don't know how Konami has just played hot potato and missed it, but alright. Archmage Vandalism Assault going from 0 to 3, and Alteration 0 to 3 is fine. Medius the Pure going 0 to 5, with Theorize going to 0 to 5 is a little bit rough too. Malulu getting some big point updates here from 5 to 7, and Rahu going from 0 to 10. Alright, we're also seeing Sylvia the White Force going from 0 to 5, and Foxy Tune 5 to 7, with Rising Scale 0 to 3. That's fine. Now, we've rebalanced Regenesis. About frickin' time, man. Like, this deck needed it. So, Regenesis, the spell card's going from 33 to 10. We're getting Regenesis Archfiend from 0 to 10, Code 0 to 10, Warrior 0 to 3, and Sage 0 to 7. I do personally think that kind of stinks, but I understand. Like, Regenesis needed a rebalancing to the point that, players wanted to play this deck, or at least feel like they would be making some choices within the meta to play this. Now, hand traps. Ghost Mourner Moonlit Chill 3 to 5, Ghost Ogre 3 to 4, Ghost Spell 5 to 6, Effect Veiler 7 to 8, and Ash 15 to 20, while Droll's dropping down to 20. I know somebody's going to write a completely, angry response to Konami for dropping Droll down to 20, but, realistically, nobody wants to spend 60 points for Drolls anyway. And now that Ash is bumped up to 15, that's going to be a lot worse. These are kind of bad. DD Crow is now a 1-pointer. Cosmic Cyclone is now a 1-pointer. Dark Ruler No More is a 2-pointer. Ultimate Slayer's 1. Mistaken Arrest is now 10. That makes sense. That card is just bonkers good. Cloud Beast Malong went from 0 to 4, and Garua went 0 to 4. These are your Ultimate Slayer targets. Konami wants you to kind of not use Ultimate Slayer to the stupid advantage tree that it is. An Aggregator going 0 to 4. So, if you want to play, unfortunately, Ultimate Slayer, which, by the way, was probably one of the solid best cleanup cards that we had access to in this format, not anymore. Now, we have some big reductions here. So 5 to 3, Book of Eclipse, that's fine. Book of Moon to 4, Darkhold to 1, and Regeki to 4. So looks like they're shifting us from hand traps to telling us, go play some board breakers, rely on a Darkhold to break your opponent's field. I don't know if I like that mentality in this format, but it's interesting. Destructive Daruma Cannon to 1, Evenly to 7. Infinite Permanence dropping down just to 12 is okay, I guess. Pankratops to 5, sure. Interrupted Kaiju Slumber to 10. Ooh, that one's interesting. Malcharmy Meows to 2, while Perulia went to 9. That's interesting. Heavy Storm went to 6, Feather Duster went to 9, Lightning Storm went to 12, Change of Heart to 6, Snatch Steel to 4, Monster Reborn to 4. I think you're going to have to do a lot more, begging to get people to kind of want to mess around in this format. Dragonic Diagram to 15, sure. Union Hanger to 15. Why? I guess I can understand why we'd be a little bit scared of, Union Hanger doing things, but this just felt a little bit crazy. I also see that our Heka hands, Gygus and Xeno, are going to 0. This is what I talked about when you first made this Genesis list. you got preemptively scared and you went and hit Hecka Hands. Hecka Hands was never going to do anything crazy. This was one of those opportunities that we were preemptively being Konami and we're freaking out about, oh my gosh, something's going to happen with this. We could touch the opponent's extra deck. If the archetype itself is not good in the competitive sense, then it's probably not going to perform up to the standard that you want it to. What a strange concept. We've also got Elemental Hero Stratos going to 0. Excellent. Everybody that's been wanting to play Stratos can now play so. I think that's good. Ukalonix going to 18 and Kieran going to 7. So you got a couple of points you can play with in the deck now. Gigantic Sprite went to 15. That's fine. Sword Soul Cheese Out went to 20. That card would be very scary in this format to deal with. Barrier of the Voiceless Voice 15, Rhoda to 33, Fossil Dig to 33, Misk to 67, and then Blaster Redux, Tempest Tidal, all to 5 points from 7. And Melody of the Awakening Dragon went to 25. I don't really like the 5-pointers on these. I understand that, if you fully release Dragon Roller into this format, that you are going to cause some problems. But people want to actually have a format where they can go play Dragon Roller. This is where, we have to have Konami walk the very fine line here of what they can do to try to balance things. I think, honestly, in a future list, you'll probably see these bounce down to 4-pointers each, just on the rebalancing aspect of these. We've also got Dark Magician Destruction going to 15 points. That's crazy. Does Konami really think that the Dark Magician of Destruction is going to just make... I guess the logic is any spellcaster technically pivots into this, which inadvertently is kind of crazy good. They also hit the Gaze of Timaeus here to 1 point as well. They don't want you playing Gaze of Timaeus with Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. It's the inevitability in the stack up of this format. Basically being able to invalidate the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon just kind of, makes it all pointless for the list. So yeah, that's why Gaze of Timaeus is getting slapped. Oh boy. Uzahime the Manifested Menkanko going to 18, sure. Shinobu the Noble Twins going to 18. I mean, damage reflection in this format's kind of stupid. And Sandwich Day, which, by the way, if Sandwich Day had the opportunity to run around in this format, this card would have been insane. Now, down here is where we got to fix some current problems. So trade-in is going from 0 to 5. You can thank dear old Exodia for this. Celestial Observatory also going from 0 to 5. Dark Lord Ixchel going from 0 to 5. Okay, I understand. Dark Lord might have came into this format a little bit strong. I mean, okay, so they don't have their Link 2 to functionally work with, but, this is a great opportunity. Mobilize Sky Striker Engage from 0 to 7. This is hilarious. You can't... They're just using Hamp as a trade-in target, so you could engage, net yourself an extra draw, and kind of continue on with the day. That's hilarious. We also have Into the Void going from 3 to 7. Toon Table of Contents going from 3 to 7. This is sad because, we do have Toon support coming out later on, probably this year, following how the OCG is going to get this. So the fact that, unfortunately, Toon Table is going to get that preemptive hit really stinks. We have Upstart Goblin coming from 3 to 7. Yikes. Raiders Knight going from 0 to 80. We've also got Utopia Double going from 0 to 80. This is also really sad. To be fair, Utopia Double is kind of just like an OTK machine. Its job is to put, how much damage do you want? Put out 10,000? You can run over any potential monster and just win the game, so that's a little bit sad. We also have the CXYZ Gimmick Puppet Fantix machine going from 0 to 100. Somebody found a Gimmick Puppet list in this format? You're all crazy. And Dark Eradicator Warlock. I didn't think I would see this guy being a discussion piece here, but he's dipping into the 100 category here. So, overall, Dragon Roller's playable. Regenesis is rebalanced. Menkanko got hit pretty hard. Dark Lord is not looking like a bad deck. You got to remember, we have a celebration coming up here for Genesis at your local LGS here. So this format is supposed to, kind of get your brain working because they wrenched the current side deck. They did exactly what Konami needed to do with this list to get people re-interested in the format. I mean, it's a format that needs to challenge your creativity and grow from there. So please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.